Hey everyone, Javon here, and today I am a MEMOJI. Huh? Hey, that's a new feature that will be in iOS 12, which was announced at WWDC 2018 on June 4 of 2018. And it's actually a really cool little feature. You can make something that kind of looks like you. They did have a lot of features and different little things, but this looks like a younger version of me. One of the few things they talked about was how ARKit is being expanded into more bigger stuff and better stuff.
And we're on a relentless pace of advancement with AR, and that continues today with ARKit 2. Now this delivers true multi-user augmented reality. You and the people around you will be able to see your own perspective on a common virtual environment. Both players and even a third observer can all experience the same environment in real time. It's really fun.
And it looks like we can see some interesting things from ARKit coming up in the future.
But we wanted to make Siri able to do much more for you with a new feature we call shortcuts.
They also added some very interesting things for Siri, which is a Siri shortcuts.
Siri can do so much more. So for instance, let's say you order a coffee every morning at Phil's before you go to work. You tap on it, and you can place the order right from there.
I don't know if a lot of people really care too much for it. I know I did.
We're bringing voice memos to the iPad for the first time.
Because I've always wanted it on there so I can use my phone to do other stuff. And once my phone becomes a voice recorder, it kind of loses all other functionality. So it's nice to have that as my recording device. They added a bunch of features for kind of like people who are like addicted to tech. Oh yeah, by the way, you can like wink back and forth. Does anybody else have a hard time winking?
There are times of the day, or times when you just don't want to be disturbed. And one of those, of course, is at night. Sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night and you look at your phone, maybe just to check the time, and you're confronted with something like this. Barrage of notifications that spin you up and keep you from falling back asleep.
Yeah, do not disturb. You can set up at specific times now. So like when you go to bed, it won't buzz you up, but it would also, I mean, you could also do that already, but now in the morning, it'll ask you if you want to turn it off.
Where all you'll see is this, nothing to get you spun up.
So, kind of cool, I guess, for people who need to wake up. I don't need to wake up. Oh, and a very late feature that finally has come to iOS 12 is the grouped notifications.
Now, we also wanted to give you help managing large numbers of notifications. So I'm thrilled to announce that we're bringing to iOS support for grouped notifications.
As an iPhone user, if you're an iPhone user, you know how annoying it is to have like 50 or 60 WhatsApp messages, notifications, kind of just filling up your whole screen. You have to scroll and it takes forever to get through, when easily you could just, go into the app and see it. But the problem is, before you go into the app, maybe you want to see what other notifications you missed. And when the screen is full of notifications, it's really annoying. So group notifications are a very much wanted feature that is finally made it to iOS. So that is something to something.
So I'm thrilled today to announce the arrival of the era of MEMOJI.
With the MEMOJIs is a new added feature. Obviously, you can do this. There's you can change your hair. Actually, it's funny. My hair in real life is longer than my hair in my MEMOJI, so it kind of extends out like extensions. The MEMOJI, you can obviously do a bunch of stuff. Look, it's pretty cool.
And we've worked hard to build a deep set of customization options to let our customers create an incredibly diverse set of MEMOJI.
What's cool too is that it now has tongue detection, so it knows when you stick your tongue out. Before, people would stick their tongue out like, oh, it didn't copy that. But now, check this out. So that's cool. To kind of more immerse yourself into this MEMOJI character. You could finally be a MEMOJI. You can animoji yourself. Animoji. Now FaceTime has been updated and can have multiple people in it. like iChat. But now on your mobile device.
I'm going to contact the folks back in Cupertino. Hey, everybody. Hey. We have these big, gorgeous tiles right up front where you see some of the leaders of the FaceTime team. And down at the bottom, there's an area we call the roster that contains everybody else. And of course, I'm right there in the lower right-hand corner.
So that's going to be cool for having, like, you know, a bunch of friends and maybe family. You want to chat at the same time. And Apple Books, well, iBooks is now officially being changed to Apple Books throughout all the OSs. Which I'm sure Apple has been trying to get rid of that I moniker for a very long time. So yeah, they also added a new reading store or new bookstore design and a new Reading Now section. So if you like Apple Books, then there's a couple of new fresh upgrades for you. Very major privacy boost in digital fingerprinting, which prevents people from tracking you, or companies from tracking you and knowing everything about you. Well, not everything, a lot about you. Apple's made it a lot more difficult for that. And there's also a new function that stops, you know, sites like Facebook from tracking you everywhere you go. And you know how you notice that you go on one site and you see this ad for something you were looking at.
This is the kind of thing where you look at a product on one site, and then you move to another site, and somehow this is just following you wherever you go.
And then you go on another site, and it's like, oh wow, that's another one. They want me to buy that or something? Like, I mean, I don't even want to, I looked at it and didn't like it. And I was like,
Safari works really hard to protect your privacy, and this year it's working even harder.
Now Safari will let you choose whether you want that thing to track you or not.
These like buttons and share buttons, these comment fields, these can be used to track you, whether you click on them or not. And so this year, we are shutting that down. Now, if you do want to interact with one of these, or one of these apps tries to access that information, you'll get this, and you can decide to keep your information private.
And for most people, I think they're gonna be like, nah, don't track me. I don't want it. I don't want it. So that's cool. Oh, and another feature for Apple watchOS 5 is something that they announced many years ago. It's called the walkie-talkie feature.
In watchOS 5, you'll have an entirely new way to communicate on your watch. That's real-time voice, but with the spontaneity of short messaging.
Where you can basically walkie-talkie, send messages to each other.
First, you choose who you'd like to enable walkie-talkie with, and it suggests some people that you often communicate with, so you can easily add them.
From your watch.
You just press to talk, and then your friend can hear your voice, just like a walkie-talkie.
Which is going to be a pretty cool feature, I think. Maybe some people will be like, don't do that to me.
It has really high audio quality, and it's a lot of fun. We can't wait for you to try this out. That's walkie-talkie. Now, currently, to talk to Siri, you raise your wrist and you say, hey, Siri. And when you think about this, it's quite a strong signal when you raise your wrist and talk to your watch. It's kind of like when someone's standing right in front of you. You don't need to say, hey.
Don't even have to say, hey, to her anymore. I don't want to activate my Siri devices, so I won't be saying the full phrase.
So we're bringing this same social cue to Siri on the watch.
When you raise your wrist, you won't have to say the hey function anymore. So it just automatically knows, oh, I want to talk to my watch. So that is a cool addition. So that's going to wrap it up for today's few updates on WWDC 2018. And I mean, to me, the most useful feature right now is the MEMOJI. Because I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to be a cartoon version of themselves, right? Anyway, yeah, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time. Peace. This ghost one looks weird. This is the ghost we all know as the tongue ghost. So among the new... Let me get rid of my hair. So among some of the new animojis are this cute little tiger. So yeah, that's one. There's also a koala. Hi, I'm a koala. I look like my friend's son, Liam. I mean, next.